Good evening. Tonight's topic is how can I move on? How can you move on? I'm Amy, and tonight is Live Around 5. And the reason this topic has been coming up is that I've been talking to so many people that are absolutely stuck in the pain of the past, stuck in a project they can't move forward with, stuck with a relationship that's pulling them down, stuck with someone else's choice to end a relationship that they didn't want to, stuck in a legal battle, right? So many people are going through so many things. And so, how do you move on? Let's say that you know a marriage is over, a friendship is over, a key relationship is over for you, and it just is hard. Maybe you're the one that made the choice. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's a business relationship. You were fired. I've been fired. Maybe it's a project that you just keep trying to make work and resuscitate, and you need to move on. But how do you do that? Here are some tips that'll help you. And the first is to accept your emotions. You've got to just accept that that's how you feel. If you continue to fight it like it's no big deal when it really is, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Our emotions will find a way. They will undermine us. They will surprise us. They will sabotage us. And they are always there. I don't care if it's been 11 years since you had what happened to you happen to you. Your emotions are still there. So accepting and owning your emotions is the huge first part. The second thing is giving yourself time. Does time heal all wounds? Absolutely not. But it lets you breathe. I don't know about you, but I have been hurt to the point where I thought I would die. I was so sorrowful. I was so sad. I thought, this is what it means to die of a broken heart. People's hearts give out all the time. That made sense to me. I was in so much anxiety, so much agony, so much sadness. And I'm still sad. You can hear it in my voice about what happened. It didn't even involve me, but it sure impacted my life. But I can talk about it now. When it happened, I couldn't really speak. I could hardly breathe. I could hardly move. So if that's where you are right now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it's going to get all better. It probably isn't, because that hurt happened. It's real. We accept it. We own it. But here's the thing. It gets bearable. It can surprise you. It can sneak up on you. But over time, it gets bearable, where you can laugh again, where you can think about eating again, where it's okay to groom, where you can put one step in front of the other and find the next portion of your life. So I want you to hold on, because there's good stuff at the other side of this. It doesn't mean what happened didn't happen and it wasn't awful, but there's good stuff on the other side of this. The next is to reflect and learn. A lot of the times when something bad happens for me, or something challenging happens to me, or I'm having trouble moving on, it's because I haven't learned my lesson. It's because I'm still being way too intimate, way too soon in business, right? It's because I'm saying things like, we're a family, instead of we're the best team ever, right? I have to learn my lessons over and over and over until I get it. So if there's something that keeps hurting you, I would advise you to see how you could pivot in that. Am I going to stop putting my whole heart in everything? Absolutely not. That's how I'm built. That's who I am. But I will be wiser, and I will learn, and I will reflect. And it also teaches me, what if there's a friend that just keeps shitting on you over and over and over? Reflect on that too, right? It's not just about our behavior, it's about other behaviors towards us. 4 is seek support. Talk to your family, talk to your friends. There might be people that understand exactly what you're going through, but they don't want to say it out loud. I remember when I was at the lowest low of financials, which is not the worst thing that happened to me by a million miles in my life. Money can be fixed, ladies and gentlemen. Money is just money. And if you have trouble with money, I'm happy to help. I can teach you how to make money. But when you are in a low economic place, when you are struggling with money, it is embarrassing. There's so much shame around it, right? Even if it's not your fault, even if someone did you dirty, even if you feel like you ended up there through no fault of your own. And seeking support from those around you can mean a lot. But sometimes we're too embarrassed to do that. I want to take that embarrassment away from you. I want to take that shame away from you. I don't care what you did. I don't care where you're at. There are people who love you, who are cheering for you, who want to hear about what's going on with you and support you. And that will help you move on, because what we don't say, we can't heal. You've got to talk it out. As humiliating as it feels, as awful as it feels, I'm the worst person in the world. I did this. Cancel, clear. That's not true anyway. You're by far not the worst person in the world. You did something wrong. You made a mistake. Somebody else did something wrong. They made a mistake, but seek help from the people around you that can support you. Fifth is to take care of yourself. I remember when I was first in my biggest crisis, I couldn't keep track of anything. I couldn't answer the phone. I couldn't eat. I couldn't cook for myself. I had people that helped me tremendously. And it was really hard. I needed help. And I slowly learned how to take care of myself. I slowly learned how to manage my life again at the most minimal level, like keep gas in the car, keep food in the house, minimal level. Let that be good enough. If you're in the middle of a real battle, learn to take care of yourself again. Next is to set boundaries. Don't let that same hurt keep happening. Don't think, well, at the beginning of the year, I'd say I was going to be the room mom. And then something horrifically tragic happens to you. And you're thinking, well, I can't stop being the room mom. Set a boundary. Say, I can't do that anymore. I have promised myself to focus on getting better and on moving on. And I'm just not able to do it anymore. I'm going to have to resign. Set a boundary with people who are used to calling you for help. I'm sorry, I can't help this time. Set a boundary with yourself. I'm not going to overspend just because I'm upset. I'm not going to overeat just because I'm upset, right? Whatever boundary it just clicked in your mind, didn't it? You just went, oh, set that boundary and do it for yourself. That's how you're going to move on. Next is to focus on the future. Sometimes this is really hard because my future looks nothing like what I dreamed it would. And yours may not either. But just because we had an idea of what our future was and it's not going to be that, doesn't mean that our original future would have been great. And it doesn't mean that our new future is going to be bad. We just have to get there. We have to move on to see what that future holds. I can't tell you how many times I talk to people, particularly in business, who have failed miserably. And I mean, like, might go to jail, failed. Like, gun in the mouth. I don't know what to do. I've lost everything. My wife has left me. I don't know what to do. And when they did the things that I just listed, their future was so freaking bright, you wouldn't even believe it. Private plane bright. And you know what they did? They reached back and they helped others. So think about that in the future. Think about how you're going to help people. Practice self-compassion. Be nice to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. There is absolutely nothing to be gained from just being crappy to yourself. Now, should you take responsibility? Absolutely. But don't use hyperbole. I'm the worst person in the world, right? Cancel, clear. That's not true. But show self-compassion. I really screwed up. Or I didn't screw up, but something really horrible happened to me. I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm not going to judge myself when I forget my keys for the third time this week. I'm not going to judge myself if I can't do all the things that I wanted to do because I'm showing myself compassion. And then last but not least, consider professional help. You know, I'm a big fan of BetterHelp. It's online and it's easy. But sometimes these things in which we feel so isolated about, and maybe we're too embarrassed to talk to anybody else about it, talking to a professional can really make a difference. They are trained, they are skilled, and they're here to help us. That's their whole job. It may take you a couple tries to find the right professional, but I want you to think about it. So if you do these 9 things, I'm telling you, you're going to be able to move on. It's not going to be the same, but you're going to be able to move on. And your future is going to be even brighter than you knew. If you're trying to move on right now, I'm sending you some extra love.